Hi, I'm Kay Yangandool, and I'm a second-year English Literature and Film Studies student at King's College London. As you have probably noticed by my accent, I'm an American, so I've decided to make a video for all you potential US applicants out there about what it's like studying at King's. Well, in the US, professors often assign homework and pop quizzes from week to week, whereas in the UK, or at least my experience as a King's student, it's a lot more independent based. So you have a set of books or texts that you have to read from week to week, and you study on your own time. Well, there are certain classes that do actually touch upon the politics or history or just life in general in the US. So if you take classes that have to do with that, you often do end up adding your own perspective as an American. In my experience, being a US citizen is not really a disadvantage because there's about a 33% international student population at King's. So there are plenty of other people where, English is not even their first language. So in my experience, you'll be just fine. Unfortunately not. I used American spelling in one of my first tests at King's and I got points deducted for it. So, sorry, the answer is no. Well, my tips would just be to, study from a week-to-week basis and try to keep up with all of your classes and your lectures to the best of your ability. And relax because, college is shouldn't be just a stressful experience. It should also be a time for personal development as well. Well, required reading is the reading that you have to do for each week so that you sort of know what's going on in your lectures and then in your seminars. Recommended reading is, like I said, recommended and not something you have to do on a weekly basis. But if you're, say, writing an essay, I always found that the recommended reading was always a helpful secondary source. You can't choose who your tutor is, but don't worry, they don't bite. Your personal tutor essentially is sort of like your guidance counselor. They oversee your academic and your personal well-being at university. So you do stuff like consult with them about which classes you're going to be taking each semester, or if you want to change out of a class, or if you're sort of unsatisfied with something at university, then you go to your personal tutor, and they're often a really good point to solve your problems. I can advise on the English program, and the English program does allow you to take electives outside of your department. For example, I took electives in film. So, and other people were also, that only did English, were able to take some of my film classes because that was their elective. But again, you'd have to consult your department about that. In my experience, it's never been a number of pages that were assigned to you, but always a number of words. So, for example, in my first year, the longest paper I had to write was 3,000 words. But of course, as you move on in your course, you have to write more words for single papers. Like I said before, it's independent reading that you have to do each week, so you could either keep up with it or not. But you do have mid-semester assignments, and the feedback for it is usually about 3 to 4 weeks. So, and your mid-semester doesn't really count for a major part of your overall grades. So the mid-semester sort of to gauge where you're at in terms of how well you're doing with a specific class.